Hello and welcome to the Tuesday 2 o'clock Tea and Talk. I am Aura McKay and I'm a business coach and lifestyle strategist for creative entrepreneurs. So I'm here to help creative people bridge the gap between their genius and creativity and making money by running a profitable, sustainable business. And today on Tuesday 2 o'clock Tea and Talk, I wanted to have a conversation with you about perception versus reality, about perception versus reality when it comes to, who do people think we are based on our social media presence, perception versus reality in terms of what is the perception or expectations of our clients based on, we're a small business, we're in a creative field, we're self-employed, etc., etc. So what is this disconnect between perception and reality? What people think is going on and what's really going on? And this has a lot to do with sort of the business attitudes, mindsets, and beliefs. The perception is that it's super easy to do and it's super easy to come up with topics and ideas to share with you each and every week. And the reality is that it's really challenging, that most of the time what I do is I draw on the things that my clients are saying in my one-to-one coaching sessions. I draw on the common challenges that are coming up, or I draw on things that are happening in my life on a regular basis. So I was having a conversation with one of my clients this morning, and she was sharing with me how hurtful it is when she gets emails from clients who are questioning her prices, who are asking for a discount, who don't really understand why things cost so much. And very damaging and hurtful for her. And consequently caused her to question her pricing, to, wonder, is this the right business or industry for me? Is this where I want to be? And so we had a conversation about, okay, well, what do you think it is that triggers the reaction for you and to start questioning your value and your pricing? And what do you think it is that causes people to behave in that way, to ask for discounts, to ask for ridiculous flexibility, to have an expectation or a perception of who we are as small business owners and entrepreneurs? I was having another conversation with a client about time and how, she feels like she has to answer the phone and she has to get responding to the emails right away because she feels like if she doesn't, that her clients will perceive her as not caring or not being interested in her business or in doing business with her. So we can see how our perceptions of things start to really shift what shows up in our business and how we run our business and how we manage our time and where we focus our energy and our ability to have confidence in our pricing and our ability to communicate our value with confidence. So when I look at the question of perception versus reality, there's so many different ways to approach it. So I'm going to grab my tea. Today is peppermint in the Van Gogh mug. So when I look at the question of perception versus reality, well, the thing that I've noticed that has supported my clients the best is looking at their own mindset, their own belief or perceptions on what it means to be self-employed or to be an entrepreneur or to be a small business person. So what is the self-talk, the stuff that goes on inside your head about what you have to do, what you should be doing, what is expected or required of you? So one of the things might be like you might have the perception that you have to answer emails immediately. And so that means that you always have your email notifications on. And when your email notifications are on, it can interrupt that creative flow, that process of actually doing the work that you love, that your clients are paying for. So sometimes when we have this perception that, oh my God, I have to answer emails immediately and I have to do it right away, we can actually set ourselves up for creating more chaos, for creating more delay, for creating more interruption in our lives, simply because we have the belief or the perception that we have to do something. Sometimes when clients question our prices, or they are asking for a discount or special treatment, or can you extend the hours, what they're really looking for is where are your boundaries as a professional? Where is the limit for you? And so if you don't have a lot of clarity about that, it can be really challenging when someone pushes back on your pricing or pushes back on asking for discount or your value. And the perception is that they must be right, or, how dare they, or there's all this different self-talk that can happen when somebody questions our pricing, when really it might be a very innocent question, but it's our perception of it that shifts it. Managing how our clients think about us can help us to manage the perceptions of our clients. So what I mean by that is, in the email conversation, if you set it up that you answer emails twice a day, or 3 times a day, or even 4 times a day, where it's just not immediate, but it's every 2 hours you answer email, pretty soon your clients are going to have that expectation. If you set a boundary that, I answer work inquiries between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and I don't do any business on the weekends, your clients will start to understand. They'll start to have the perception of, oh, this is the way she does business. And yeah, you might lose a couple of clients, but those clients that you lose, those are the clients that you don't want anyways, because they're stepping all over your boundaries, or they have unreasonable expectations, or their perception of you is that your worth and your value doesn't matter. So it's our job to train our clients to manage how we are perceived. Are we perceived as high value boutique? Are we perceived as, you can just call her anytime you want and she's available 100% of the time? So a lot of the work that I'm doing right now with my clients is managing their own perceptions of what they think they shoulda, woulda, coulda, oughta, mighta, gotta do as a small business entrepreneur, and then managing the perceptions of our clients and helping them understand that no, you're not available 24/7, or custom costs more and takes longer. And so how can we educate and manage the perceptions of our clients in a positive way that supports us in having great experiences and supports our clients in having great experience in working with us? Sometimes it's as simple as, having this is how we work together FAQ on your website. Or, one of the things that I do for my private clients is I have a very specific sheet about here's how to get the most out of your client. And then I have a form that says, how can I support you best? Do you like emails? Do you like phone calls? Do you like how does it work for you? So that we have a very clear understanding and perception about who we are and how the relationship is going to go. And it's made such a difference in my clients' experience and in my own experience of working with them. So if you're finding that in your business you're getting frustrated, you're getting triggered by clients who should know better by now, if you're feeling like you don't really have any boundaries in terms of your time or your availability, if you're feeling like you are questioning your value and your prices, I hear you. I empathize. It's part of being an entrepreneur. But what you can do is you can get help. You can get outside help through a coach or a mentor. You can get help through a networking group. You can get or a network and support group. You can get help through your professional associations. And one of the things to do is to spend some time and to start looking at what are my boundaries. What is the journey that I want my clients to go on with me? What is a reasonable expectation for the lifestyle that I'm building for myself? And then start managing the perceptions of those around you. So I see we have some people on the line. I'm going to just check in with you if you have any questions, if there's anything you'd like me to elaborate on. If you have something totally not related, I will answer that too. Today is kind of like Freestyle Tuesday. One of the things that comes up for me around the Tea and Talks is my own perception that I have to be brilliant and to offer something, really concrete and amazing. And the truth is that people seem to respond to consistently being able to be called to think about business, marketing, and mindset, that people respond to genuine offers of here's the experience that I had, here's some tips that I've got, and that sometimes my perception of what it has to look like interferes with me delivering what I actually want to deliver to you guys. So it's fascinating to me to look at the continuum of what we make something mean and how that impacts us and how we manage all of that in our lives, including Tea and Talks. So how are you doing, guys? Any questions? Anything else that I can offer you? Okay, so I just wanted to let you know I did have a great conversation today as well with Melissa Welch at Pixel Sense and Numberoo, and we are looking at putting together a live event for you guys in the spring to really support you in understanding pricing and packaging and positioning, specifically pixels for photographers, but also marketing and money for creatives. So we're super excited about that, and we're having the conversation about how do we position that right now. How do we manage that perception? All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me for today's Tuesday 2 o'clock Tea and Talk. The conversation about perception versus reality, about managing perception, and hopefully how that can contribute to you having more success and fulfillment in your creative business. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.